Hello everybody, Jess here with Key Tarot. I'm going to do a reading tonight for all of our zodiac signs, starting with Leo, then Aries, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And if you missed this information, all of that is on our Facebook page. Yeah. Anyway, let's say a quick blessing and we will just get started, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. All right, let's start reading for Leo. We are going to use this Chicoli deck for Leo. I am missing decks. Hold up. Yep. All right. Oh, let's start with this Chicoli deck for Leo and see what we have for you guys. I have the Page of Wands, and then I have the Ten of Cups here. This is great news. This can be someone who reaches out to you, someone who's noticed you from a distance. You could be receiving an offer. The Page of Wands is a message of curiosity. It can be a message of flirtation. This is someone who may have their eye on you. This Ten of Cups can be marriage. This can be... Ten of Cups is ultimate wish fulfillment. I have the Death in the reverse. This person's coming back around. It seems like this is someone you've known before. The Death card is the card of Scorpio, but this feels like someone who... Oh, and I have the King of Swords here. This is somebody who... you may have ended things with this person through words somehow. I don't know, this person has been trying very hard to work out how they feel and what they want to say and how they want to say it, and it feels like they're going to be sending you a message. Again, with that Page of Wands, it instigates something for sure. The Page of Wands, they start little fires. Sometimes they're good fires, sometimes they're not great. With the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, this is somebody who doesn't want to wait any longer. Maybe you were taking a break from one another, something like that. Maybe you were waiting to receive information. I don't know. But this is somebody who's tired of waiting. They kind of can't stand it anymore. This is somebody who's coming back from your past for sure. And I have the Eight of Wands that comes out there in the reverse. What's interesting, though, is this person, to me, the Eight of Wands is a delay in communication. This person's really been struggling to decide what they wanted to say, how they wanted to say it. Let's get another deck to clarify here, Leo. We are going to use this Tarot of Dreams by Cyril Marchetti. And happy birthday to you, Leo, if it has been your birthday, or it is your birthday, or it's about to be your birthday. I have the Hanged Man here. Man, this person, whoever they are, this is the card of Pisces, but this person has been waiting for inspiration. They've been waiting to figure out the right thing to say. They've been waiting for the stars to line. They've been waiting, just waiting. And it seems like it's been really trying to get to the bottom of what they want to say. What is it? Knight of Wands. This is somebody who's highly attracted to you, and it feels like maybe you guys took a break for a while, and now all of a sudden here they come, and it's like a totally different tune, because this Ten of Cups, this can be a card of marriage. It can be a card of a family coming together, a blended family coming together, and this would have been something that when I have the Death card in the reverse, it tells me it's like a resurrection kind of energy. And this would be somebody coming back to life. just when you thought it was gone forever. There it is. Now I've got the Queen of Pentacles here. This is someone who sees you as being very nurturing, someone very loving. This is somebody, put a ring on it, kind of wifey material if you're feminine, husband material if you're masculine, and don't get hung up on the zodiac signs or the genders. You know, it's not about that. It's just about where you fit into this story. But with this Queen of Pentacles energy, this is someone who wants to build a life, and this would be someone who feels that they've gained a lot of stability. They've grown a lot during this time of separation. There's this Four of Cups. They haven't wanted anything else that they've had an opportunity to take part in. It feels like they've kind of only had eyes for you. Wow. And with this Knight of Wands energy, this is someone who wants to come in very, very quickly. There's a this is a highly sexually passionate card. Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Hangman's Pisces. Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And again, Scorpio. And Aquarius, Libra, Gemini with that King of Swords energy. Now, but with this Four of Cups, this is somebody who feels like they're closer to being their authentic selves, and they want you to know that. They want you to know that they've made some changes. There's still this Knight energy here where they're kind of wanting to rush in pretty hot and heavy, although they're going to try to be logical about it. They're going to try to be honest and and the Six of Swords. Ooh, interesting. Plot twist. Six of Swords would be somebody who may be informing you that they are moving, maybe moving out of one situation, maybe moving out of state, maybe moving towards you, something like that. This would be someone who feels like they want to move on towards you, and they need to come to you and tell you that. That's kind of the energy. And that's why it's, and I don't know why we've had this delay in communication, because we've definitely had that with this Eight of Wands in the reverse. And then this King of Swords as well that comes out on its side, and this Hangman. This is somebody who's really taken a lot of time to decide and to decipher their own feelings, you know, and so they feel like they've done the work. You know that? And I think that they want to, you know, how you feel about it is going to be up to you. Just really quick. How are you going to feel about this person? Because with the Death card in the reverse, that does tell me somebody that's coming back like from the grave, right? And so there was a reason they were in there in the first place. We have the Magician in the reverse. You're very wary of this person because in the past they may have been manipulative. They may have had some narcissistic tendencies that torqued your chain, something like that. And we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse for you. That's why I wanted to ask. I was like, this person really wants to come in hot and heavy. They want to tell you, they want to move towards you. They want you to believe that they've changed. They see you as the person they want to grow with, the person that they want to be with. And I think that you're kind of not feeling the same way. Yeah, because I've got the Two of Swords. I feel like you're saying, I kind of made my choice. I kind of already made my choice. Is what you're saying. You're kind of turning your back on that path in general. Alrighty, I don't know. You'll know if that's your story or not. But thanks for letting me read for you, Leo. I will catch up with you next week. And next up we have Aries. For Aries, we're going to use this Star Power Tarot. I have the Hierophant card out for Aries. That is the card of Taurus. You may be dealing with someone with that sign or maybe not. But the energy of the Hierophant would be someone who wants to make a major commitment in their life. They want to stand up for something. They want to do things the right way. They want to, oh, my heart feels so nice for you all of a sudden. Let's look. Six of Pentacles. Oh, somebody wants to be really fair about this. This is somebody who wants to be the best version of themselves they can be. This is someone who wants to be supportive in a situation. With this Four of Swords, we could have had, this could be in the middle of a separation of some sort. The Four of Swords does typically indicate a separation or taking a break from another person or a partnership in some way. The Six of Pentacles is someone who wants to be very fair about something. They want to be very honest about something, and they want to be supportive too. But they want it to be balanced on both sides. This Hierophant Hierophant card is a card of marriage. It could be, and it is a card of traditional values. Nine of Swords coming out on its side. This is somebody who feels like things have been kind of a nightmare lately. A lot of high anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and just feeling like you can't get out from under something or out from under a situation, feeling like something's kind of choking you, kind of holding you. Those are kind of intense feelings, but you know, and maybe you have been feeling that way, but it's just kind of that energy of almost like panicked depression. That's all I know how to describe it as. It can feel kind of like congestion in your life in some way. If you've been feeling that way at all, I think you're someone who's saying, I don't want this anymore. I want things to be healthy. I want things to be fair. I want things to be balanced. I want to do the right thing. And that Nine of Swords goes right in between that Four of Swords and that Six of Pentacles. It feels like you've learned this throughout the course of some kind of separation or some kind of I have the Five of Wands here. This is somebody who has kind of, I feel like you may have stayed in this situation for a little while longer than you had wanted to. With this Five of Wands that comes out on its side, this would be somebody who says, I've weighed out the pros and the cons. I've really, really thought hard about it. And this would be someone who did this for a very long time. It feels like you kept yourself in this place for as long as you needed to. Yeah. For as long as you needed to, Aries. And I have the Empress card that comes out crossing that. The Empress is the card of Virgo. It's also the card of Divine Feminine. This, whenever we have this person in the reverse or even on its side like this, it kind of feels like we could have this person could be a mother, but they're not feeling like they necessarily have had the resources that they've needed to maintain some kind of empire on their own. And so perhaps they're feeling, I'm hearing falling apart at the seams, kind of, I'm just seeing like something unraveling, like actually unraveling a little. I don't know. And I have the Page of Swords here, which is someone who, on its side, this can be someone who, this can be a couple of different things, because pages can be messengers, but they can also indicate children. There could be children involved in this situation, or this can be an energy, and pages can be kind of young, immature energies, naive energies. This could be read a few different ways. And I'll clarify with another deck, Aries. Of course I will. But this Empress on its side, feeling like they didn't have the resources they needed. They could have become kind of obsessive. They may feel like, and if not, they may feel like they have to send a message that they don't want to have to send, but they're going to do it anyway. This could be someone who is, I don't know, just kind of feeling like they're failing in some way. I'm going to use this vice versa tarot for you, Aries. I'm sure you are not, but I understand that sometimes we feel that way. All right, let's look here. Oh, Knight of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups on its side, and then again the Empress in the reverse. Oof, well, this Empress feels like there's nothing they can do. They have a broken heart. This Knight of Cups in the reverse is someone who says, I understand that we are just kind of walking away from this situation. This kind of doom and gloom energy, not gonna lie, Aries. But this situation could be involving a mother. This could be you. This could be the other person involved here. So you'll just have to take it if it resonates at all. But this would be somebody who feels like they have to turn their back on a situation in order to find a new form of stability in their lives. This is someone who feels like they can't maintain the status quo with the status quo. And so they're gonna need to, I feel like this person feels extremely responsible for their situation. It feels like they have a lot of weight on their shoulders, a lot of worry, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety right now. This person, I feel like, is trying to do the right thing. Let's find out a little bit more about this Hierophant card here. And I have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And again, someone who is turning their back on a situation. This is somebody who says, I don't want to deal with this tangled, twisted up mess any longer. I have the Sun in the reverse. This would be someone who could be feeling, again, depressed, or maybe a little under the weather, or a little sluggish, or struggling to just kind of keep all the balls up in the air. I have the Three of Swords in the reverse. This is something you're starting to heal from, and I think that we've kind of moved through this relationship to the point, like, because the Three of Swords is that, I always call it the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, and it comes for all of us at one point or another in our lives, right? And whenever we have this in the reverse, this is someone who's dealing with the heartbreak. They've already started healing from, like, their heart from the situation, and now it feels like it's kind of time to start picking up the pieces in their lives, like putting their lives together financially, putting their home together, taking care of their home or their family, whatever that looks like for this person now. And this person's trying very hard to be fair and balanced and very honest. There's been some kind of, this is rather specific reading. Seven of Pentacles. It feels like this person's had to wait a very long time for this situation to improve, and there really was not a lot of improvement. It feels like they really put a lot of their energy and a lot of their hopes and their dreams into this situation, but whenever things didn't improve, this is somebody who says, well, we kind of have to acknowledge things for what they are, and we have to kind of move on from here, and so we need to do that in the right way. I have the Judgment card in the upright position. I like seeing that for you, and again, this is the energy of wanting to do the right thing, wanting to go in the healthiest way possible, wanting to solve this problem. And this is a really great thing about you, Aries, is that you have the best interest in mind here, although you may be feeling a little bit depleted here, or you may be dealing with someone else who's feeling very depleted here. I don't know how this will fit into your life with this Ace of Swords. This would be someone who is kind of now gaining some courage and some strength within their heart to allow other people back in. It feels like whoever I'm reading for may have been kind of isolating themselves for some time and just kind of trying to work through things on their own, and it's kind of time to start opening up again and kind of letting the light back in, it feels like, Aries. So if this was your reading, I think you're going to start to feel a lot better over the course of the next probably 2 days. I think it's going to feel so much better. I think that you're going to have a lot more clarity, and I just feel like I don't know, a lessening of anxiety in your system for you. And that's what I am hoping for you, Aries. Thank you for letting me read for you. I will catch up with you guys next week. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we are going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you. All right, Sagittarius, I have the Seven of Wands on its side. And I have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. This is somebody who, wow, you have a lot going on. You have a lot of people who are asking for your attention this week. You could be fighting off a lot of other people's energies. It just feels like, and I say fighting off, it comes out on its side. This is like, it's like I'm hearing like you asked for this, here it comes. You could just be very busy in your work or something like that, and I'm hearing like happily busy, but just like a little bit overwhelmed and trying to keep everything together. You may have you may just have a lot going on this week. That's kind of the feeling. But this Nine of Pentacles comes in. This is the minor arcana of the Empress, and this would be somebody who may own their own business. So this could be like a very good week for you in business, Sagittarius. But with this Nine of Pentacles, this is someone who's highly independent. It feels like you are always trying to do everything on your own. Watch that, Sagittarius. Ask for help when you need to. But it really does feel like, yeah, I've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who is in danger of burning out for sure. Just keep that in mind, Sagittarius, because with you trying to keep this pace up, and I can feel like my words are very rapid, you know, there's a lot of energy in you this week, and so you're going to have to work really hard to temper that within yourself. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius, and that's all about bringing balance into your life. It's about learning how to balance the ebbs and flows of life and our energy and things, and I think you'll get there for sure. So with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, though, if you don't find the balance this week, it feels like it will be found for you. This Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but whenever we have this person in the reverse, this person can become a little bit needy, a little bit desperate. They may get themselves into situations that they wish they hadn't. They can feel a little bit dramatic because, you know, maybe they're feeling emotional because maybe they're a little bit overly tired like a toddler. I don't know. Maybe you've been hitting the coffee too hard, something like that. I have the World card that comes out here on its side. You're like, man, I feel like the whole world is falling apart over here and nobody else is keeping it together. Maybe that's your feeling. This World card is like an ending of things. It feels like you're ending a lot of things in your life so that you can start new ones. I have this Knight of Cups over here looking at me on this other deck. This can be new love coming towards you. And again, I have the Queen of Wands right under that. Very good. So that's twice out for that, kiddo. And it feels like kind of in the background of this, I put this tarot, this other deck over here because it just sits over here and talks otherwise. But this would be somebody who may have love interests surrounding you, but you're not really taking note of it right now because you're super duper busy. And it feels like you're trying to tie up some loose ends so that you can kind of get focused on what it is you want for your future. And it feels like you're burning the candle at both ends to accomplish that goal. And I feel like I feel like this will be the week that you kind of start to settle it down. Maybe this is kind of where your energy has been recently, but I think in the coming days, you're going to find some peace. You're going to find some new routine that works well for you, that helps you kind of move forward throughout this transitionary time, whatever that is. I have the Two of Pentacles on its side. Very good. This is all about achieving balance. What was I saying? Keeping it all up there, being in the flow, and it comes out on its side. And so it's really a question of how are you going to achieve that in your life? Three of Wands in the reverse. This would be something, hold on, just, why did I pick that deck up again here? The Three of Wands in the reverse is the energy of I'm not sure what's coming next. I'm not sure how to navigate something that I don't see coming. That's kind of how that's feeling. It feels like, let me just look really quick. What is this Three of Wands in the reverse for Sagittarius? Knight of Wands in the reverse. Ooh. We have a lot of Wands energy here, which is you. So way to show up. I like that. But this could be someone who's a little bit worried that their choices in the past may come back to haunt them. And that's why we have this World card here. And I don't know, why are you feeling that way? I have the Magician card here. Now, I should say the Three of Wands is, to me, the minor arcana of the Magician. And so you've got that energy represented out here twice. This is the energy of Aries or Ophiuchus, if that resonates with you. For me as a reader, it's Ophiuchus. But this would be someone who they want to kind of affect positive change in their lives and in themselves personally. And there's like a new dawning of some sort, and that's very much related to this World card. I know that sounds like kind of lofty, but this is somebody who I feel like that balance that you're looking for is going to come towards you pretty quickly, Sagittarius. And I think all of a sudden there are going to be some new perspectives you have on life and who you've become and what led you to this place. And it feels like there are new potentials on the horizon, although you aren't entirely sure what they're going to look like and how much longer they're going to take to get here. See, that's kind of the energy of the Three of Wands in the reverse. A lot of people call the Three of Wands the Amazon Prime card because it's kind of that energy of manifestation. I sent for this. I know it's coming. How much longer is this going to take? Right? And whenever we have it in the reverse, this can be someone who just isn't really sure 100%, but there's this feeling of knowing that it's in the distance, and it feels like someone's cleaning out cycles right now in order to manifest this change in their life. But there is some kind of worry about maybe some of the decisions that you've made in the past kind of coming back to haunt you in some way, or maybe hold you back, or maybe these are the things that you are subconsciously allowing to hold you back in some way, Sagittarius. And I don't know what that means for you. I have this Two of Swords peeking up here on the bottom of the deck, and that's somebody who feels like they've made a choice to walk the path that they've made, and that it feels like a very solid choice. This is good. And now we've got the Three of Wands here again. And it feels like the delays, that if you've had any delays in manifesting whatever this new beginning is for you, whether this is a business, whether this is a love relationship, because I do have that Knight of Cups over there, whatever it is, it feels like things are about to change. And it feels like it comes, and it's directly related to you finding some kind of balance in routine for yourself, if that makes any sense. It's really about learning how to temper yourself, Sagittarius. I'm really hearing that loud and clear. Is there anything else you want to say about this before I cut you loose, Saggies? I have the Strength card that comes out here. This is somebody, and I was thinking this may be somebody who has to adjust their routines and deal with some difficult demons. You know that? This may be somebody who has to stare down some of their shadow aspects. And maybe this is something to do with that Knight of Wands in the reverse. And I don't know what that could be for you, but this is someone who feels like you've been through quite a bit in the recent past, and it's changed who you are, and clearly you're ready to move on from one phase to the next. I always think of the World card is like shedding your skin so that you can become the next version of yourself, or like starting the next volume of yourself in the Encyclopedia Britannica of you, right? And it feels like you're just ready to move forward to the next level, and you're just kind of trying to put all of your energy into this new direction. And there may be some of these shadow aspects that you are probably going to identify this week and start working on, and you working on those things are going to bring you some positive growth and movement in your life. That was your reading for this week, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for letting me read for you. I will catch up with you guys soon. Next up we have Ophiuchus. Now, if you are an Ophiuchus, you will have been born between these, let's see, November 29th and December 17th, I believe, which is right kind of squished between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So you may resonate with either of those signs. So I always try to read Ophiuchus between Sagittarius and Scorpio. Alrighty, what do we have for Ophiuchus? Oh, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who feels like they've learned a lot during a time apart, and now they're ready to come back towards someone or something. The Four of Swords, this guy's been very popular this evening. The Four of Swords is someone who takes the time out to contemplate their blessings. This would be someone who takes the time out to kind of reassess their situation. The Four of Swords in the reverse is someone who's ready to come out of a separation of some sorts. And I have the Queen of Pentacles here. Wow. This could be someone who... I'm seeing that things are changing rapidly in your life. All of a sudden, there's a lot of stability in you, which, to be honest, Ophiuchus, I'm not usually used to seeing. But this Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This is someone who has a lot of financial stability within them. This is someone who is kind of... Again, I say learned a lot. This may be someone who's grown a lot emotionally, financially, and I've got the Five of Swords here. This is someone who is cutting away the weeds around their ankles so that they can move forward. This is someone who is removing obstacles from their lives. This would be someone who I'm feeling like you may have been in a state of isolation for a little while here, in which you grew quite a bit. I have the Queen of Wands here as well. I've got two queens out here already. This Queen of Wands energy is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but this is someone who is maybe starting something new, maybe all of a sudden kind of finding themselves within some kind of creative inspiration. This is someone who is very helpful to other people, someone who is looked at as being kind of a healing presence, someone who you may have some... I'm seeing the star here within this Queen of Wands energy. You may be kind of entering a time in your life, Ophiuchus, where things you kind of start to find your path and kind of start to walk this path that you've always been kind of destined to walk. And that's kind of heavy energy, but it feels kind of like that because there can be an energy of fame, or a lot of people seeing you doing something. And I have the Four of Wands that comes out here. That's that Twin Flame 1111 card. This is interesting. This is a card of marriage. It's a card of stability. It's a card of putting down roots with someone else, Ophiuchus. This is the first thing I noticed about this Queen of Pentacles. And it kind of threw me for a second because it looks like she's wearing a wedding dress. And I had never noticed that before. You may be in an energy where you may be considering marrying someone, something like that. But this would be, this Four of Wands is typically indicative of someone who's on the right path. And that's very similar energy when I was referencing the Star card within this Queen of Wands energy. Like when I always think of the Star card as Pandora's box. It's like you open it, it releases the good, the bad, and the ugly, but whatever it is, it all stacks up to make you who you are. And like some of it, it's usually like an embodiment of life's learning lessons, right? That propel us onward to like become the person that we are. And it sort of feels like you have grown an awful lot, and it feels like I'm hearing asleep at the wheel, and I'm sure that's not true, Ophiuchus, but you may have experienced a time in your life some time ago excuse me, where you felt like you weren't really living your life. And it was kind of the energy of feeling asleep at the wheel, and you aren't really doing that anymore. It feels like there's been a major change. It feels like, again, you've started cutting the weeds away from whatever's been holding you down, whatever's been like clogging up the works or like keeping you stuck or stagnant. And it feels really good, and it feels like kind of coming back out into the open in some way. I've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. Ooh, what's that about? So this Page of Cups in the reverse, I've got the King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so it's possible that you, and the King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy as well. So we've got the King of Wands, we've got the Queen of Wands here. And when it goes on top of this Page of Cups in the reverse, you may need to speak an apology to someone, or someone may be needing to speak an apology to you or something. There's some kind of forgiveness here that's been lacking for a little while. This could be one of the energies that you're kind of working on cutting away from you. This could be the person that you've been separated from. And I don't know, you'll have to decide which side of the coin you are here, which role you play in this story, if at any, if at all. But this would be, the King of Wands in the reverse would be someone who maybe made poor choices that they now regret in some way. And that this would be the need for some kind of apology to come through. This may be something that's coming up this week for you, Ophiuchus. Let me get another deck to clarify. Let's use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot to clarify. I have the Sun card. We have a week that's all about the healing. The Sun card is the card of Leo, but this is a card of just a return of vibrancy to yourself. If you've been feeling tired or sluggish or like struggling to get off the sofa or whatever it is, this Sun card is a return of energy for you. And this is an energy that's like very warm. Like think of standing in the sun, right? And if you've been cold, you go outside and it just hits you right in the face and it feels so warm. It's kind of a glowing sort of energy. This is kind of a glow up sort of energy for you. If you've been kind of keeping yourself to yourself for a while, it feels like you've achieved a lot of healing for yourself, and now this is probably why we've got you kind of set off on this new path. I have the Seven of Swords, darn it all. That goes right up between that Page of Cups in the reverse and that King of Wands in the reverse. So the Seven of Swords is, this can be someone who's having to chase down an apology. This could be someone who, the Seven of Swords is someone who's known for not being particularly honest or not following through, or for someone who's a little bit deceitful, always trying to get away with something that they shouldn't be. And that could be where this apology needs to come from this week, or what you need to attend to this week, Ophiuchus. I don't know, again, if this is you or someone else in your environment, but that's kind of that energy right there, and it's crossing you this week. And it feels like if this is you and you're the person that needs to issue this apology, it feels like you've grown so much as a person, it's not going to be as difficult for you as you might think. And if this is another person who needs to do this for you, it feels like you're going to be very, open to accepting that in whatever way. I have the Page of Wands that comes out in the reverse. Page of Wands can be kind of an instigator. So you will have to probably be the bigger person in this situation if if you're dealing with someone who has a little bit of an immature nature to them. And with the pages here, it feels like they don't always communicate as maturely as you may hope, and so you may have to be the bigger person here with that queen energy there. So as far as this this Four of Wands energy right here, again, that can be a twin flame 1111 card if you follow that journey at all. But really, it's a divinely guided soulmate. And this Eight of Swords in the reverse just flew out, right? And the Eight of Swords is all about being blocked within communication. This would be someone that you maybe haven't talked to in a while. Maybe that is this King of Wands in the reverse energy. I'm not sure. But this is an energy of unblocking. This is an energy of opening up communication again. This is an energy of... I mean, it could be even unblocking someone digitally or something like that. But this would be an opportunity to get things out in the open and start talking again. And I have the Tower in the reverse. Woo. Alrighty. So Ophiuchus, the Tower in the reverse is something that the Tower is kind of catastrophic. It can be makes you feel like you're having to deal with something in crisis mode, but it kind of comes out of nowhere. Nobody sees it coming. Nobody could have expected it. But whenever it's in the reverse, this feels like something that you did kind of see coming. You knew it kind of was. But it has something to do with this full moon, I think, that we're experiencing as well. There's some kind of shift here that happens that unblocks this communication. And I think with this sun energy around this of Ophiuchus, there's like a real energy of healing that happens here. And it has to do with telling the truth about a situation. It has to do with being honest about a situation and being... honest, and I'm hearing forthright, but I feel like calm and rational are good ways to approach the situation as well, because again, you're dealing with someone here who sometimes communicatively can be a little bit immature. All right, so that was your reading for the week, Ophiuchus. I think you're going to handle it beautifully. And man, there's just an awful lot of change that's happening here within you, for you, and it is going to be beautiful to watch. I think you're going to be very impressed with the way your life unfolds over the next few months on into 2022. I think you have a lot of good things coming towards you. There's a real energy of being at the right place at the right time. It looks good. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Next up, we have Scorpio, first of our water signs. Happy to see you. We're going to use this Marielle Tarot for you guys. Alrighty, what do we have for you? We have the High Priestess in the reverse. Alrighty, so this is somebody who feels like they kind of were blindsided by something, maybe some information that you just found out about. The High Priestess is the card of Pisces, but whenever it's in the reverse, this is somebody who says, man, I should have followed my gut instinct. I knew it was going to go down this way. I just was denying it the whole time, and now something's changed and shifted here. Now I have the Three of Wands, and so now we have you kind of looking off into a different direction. Kind of, hold on. Queen of Swords. I feel like you're being forced. What's interesting here is we have these two eyes on here. It feels like something you've been watching from a distance, maybe someone you've been watching from a distance. Maybe you're finding out some secrets about something, because the High Priestess is also our secret keeper, Scorpio. And whenever they are in the reverse, this is somebody who starts like speaking things, right? But this is somebody who's been watching this unfold for a distance, and there's somebody who knows something's coming right around the corner that feels like you, Scorpio, with this Queen of Swords coming out on its side. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, but this is someone who's very smart, very calculated, very they don't speak unless they need to. And it feels like we have some kind of eye-opening information or something. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. It can be someone who didn't tell the truth in a love situation. You know, what's so interesting is I have got... I'm so interested. But I've got two black snakes here. I've never noticed this before. And they're not even the same suit, because one's wands and one is cups. But you can see there are two of these snakes here, and it feels like snakes can indicate deception. I know, and they always get a bad rap too, and they're just the sweetest little animals, but they're known for, like, I can't tell if this person may have kind of bitten you in the past somehow, and it could be coming out. Some secrets could be coming out, but this Ace of Cups in the reverse could be tears that you may have cried, and like angry tears or upset tears with this other person. You could have had to let someone go because of some secrets that have come out about them. The Eight of Wands that comes out here on its side, that's someone who, they're definitely not talking or communicating with this other person. I feel like there's a sense of kind of depression and cocooning here a little bit. And there's been a delay of communicating feelings in some way here. I almost feel like, Scorpio, if this is your reading, that you would be kind of upset about the information that you have gained here in a situation, and all of a sudden you're not as trusting as you were. And it, Three of Cups, this could be involving a third-party situation. Three of Cups in the reverse can indicate an affair situation or something like that. And I have the Tower card on top of that. And so this has kind of caused your world to shatter here, Scorpio, if that's your reading. And it's kind of like burning. It's like burning to the ground. And now you have someone here who's having to deal with that with this Three of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands for me is the minor arcana of the Magician. And whenever we have that in the reverse, this is someone who doesn't know what to do. They feel like they're not necessarily in control of their future or what that's going to look like. Also with that Tower in the reverse, kind of indicates the same sort of thing, where you're having to pick up the pieces that you didn't necessarily intend to, you know. And with this Queen of Swords energy, this is someone who's finally starting to clarify things in their own mind and say, aha, now I see how this has happened. Now I see how this has gone down. And this has you kind of in a state of isolation, I think, Scorpio, where you're just not really talking about your feelings. You're not saying what you really want to do here about this situation. I'm going to use this traditional Rider-Waite to clarify for you guys. This Ace of Cups in the reverse, I feel like that's you no longer trusting. King of Cups. This person, this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with this King of Cups. This King of Cups in the upright position now all of a sudden understands exactly how they feel, but they're not telling anyone. And this could be your energy, or this could be the person that you're dealing with here. The King of Cups is someone who does not communicate their emotions ever, not if they're in the upright or in the reverse. Non-communicator. The King of Cups in the upright here is somebody who, this may be the person that you're no longer trusting in some way. This could have been somebody that you had sort of given your life to in some way, and now all of a sudden we have some information coming out. Yeah, now I have the Eight of Swords. This is somebody who says, I really don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you talking to me. I want to wait and see how I feel about this. This is somebody who wants to wait and find out a little bit more information about this situation before they make any rash decisions. But there is an energy of being very hurt in a situation. I have that Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords here. This is which is all about communication, and either written communication or spoken communication. And this Queen of Swords, they're typically a talker, the Queen of Swords. And whenever they're in the reverse, they sometimes say things they shouldn't. But on their side here, this is somebody who's weighing their words very carefully before they say them, and they're watching everything happen from a distance. Now, with this Seven of Cups, this is somebody who wants to make sure they're barking up the right tree before they make any major changes in their lives. But there's definitely an energy of mistrust in some way here. This Tower in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Scorpio, whoever you are, regardless of what you've been through here, with this Tower in the reverse and this Three of Cups here, this could be someone who's very single. and very independent. And the thing about the Nine of Pentacles, it's the minor arcana of the Empress, right? This is someone who not only are they independent, but they really lack in codependency any longer. This is somebody who says, I see how that happened. That's not going to be me ever again. I'm not going to be the one who has like the hood over my head. My eyes are wide open now, is kind of this feeling. And this is someone who is the messenger. Ace of Swords in the reverse. And this is, that's what I'm afraid of here, is this Ace of Swords in the reverse is someone who just feels like they are not trusting at all. And so they're just not entirely sure how they want to deal with the information. And so they're going to wait a little while to decide until they have what they need. And I have the Magician card out. This is somebody who is making the changes that they need to make in their own lives, and they're doing it on their own, it feels like. And they're taking this time of what feels kind of like separation, isolation, because I have so little communication coming from you this week, Scorpio. They're taking this time to kind of reassess what they want for their lives and to kind of start putting the steps in place to get themselves there with this person or without this person. However, I feel like you're still taking time to decide about this relationship or situationship or partnership, whatever it is. You're waiting until you know the truth about whatever this is that's kind of starting to come out. Could be a third party situation. It could just be an energy of changing directions. It does have a lot of stress, high stress energy with that Tower. Yeah. So if this is your reading for the week, hang in there. I really feel like this is going to be the week where you say, I kind of saw it coming the whole time, and you start to assert yourself. And I feel like you've grown a lot as a person, Scorpio. And so it feels like you're kind of capable of doing that and getting yourself sorted out pretty quickly. All right. Very powerful person you are. All right. That was your reading for the week, Scorpio. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Cancer. I want to use this Deviant Moon deck for Cancer. Oh, let me move these. I'm getting crowded. Alrighty. What do we have here for Cancer? We have the Strength card out. Very good. And I have the Justice card that comes out on its side. Now, they both come out here on their side, Cancer. So let's be honest. The Strength card is the card of Leo. Justice card is the card of Libra. This is someone who may be dealing with legal battles. This is somebody who's trying to decide how to navigate this. This could be a challenge this week. You could have paperwork, documentation that has to be filed. There's this real energy of wanting to make the right choice, wanting to do the right thing. Maybe even just trying to navigate some difficult choices and situations in your life. With this Strength card, this is someone who feels like their strength is being tested on a daily basis, and it feels like it kind of has been for a while, Cancer. It feels like you're always having to slay the dragon. You're always having to do this, and it feels like it's one thing after another right now. I have the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords is someone who kind of stops talking. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to, they would rather procrastinate it. I won't deal with it today. I'll deal with it tomorrow. This could be the energy of blocking someone and from communication because you kind of can't listen any longer is kind of what I'm hearing. I got 2 8s there. And I have the Hierophant card. This is a major commitment in your life. And this is why you've been avoiding other people. This is why you've been avoiding talking about it, is because it's kind of a major deal. The Hierophant is the card of Taurus. It can be a card of marriage, stability, stoicism, traditional values. I'm seeing a lot of people relying on probably you and you having... I mean, all of a sudden, I'm just like bone weary, tired for you. And there's someone here who's basically getting down on their knees and saying, please, Lordy, Lordy, no more, no more. It's kind of like the Book of Job. Like, this is kind of what I'm hearing. With this Hierophant card, I feel like you have a lot of people like clamoring for your attention, like literally climbing on top of you for your attention. And you've been in a state of not knowing how to deal with this. And you could have been self-isolating for a while with that Eight of Swords. And I have the Five of Wands here. This is somebody who's just honestly trying to find a solution to whatever the situations or problems are this week. You could be writing a lot of lists, a lot of pros and cons lists, kind of trying to work things out for yourself. This Five of Wands could be analysis paralysis. I mean, these people are just fighting a mental battle each and every day, just different aspects of yourself. Should I, shouldn't I? Is this the right thing? Is this the wrong thing? What do we do here? And it feels like you're just having to sort through an awful lot of that sort of stuff this week. It can be an energy of, oh, this is sweet. Okay, hold on. All right, so the Four of Swords here. This is what's interesting. I have the Ten of Cups here, which is about a family coming together. It can be a blended family coming together, but in any case, it's a restoration of peace and harmony within the home. And if it can be a card of marriage, as can be this Hierophant energy here. And if this is like a marriage that's coming up or some kind of major commitment, this could be you having struggles like with paperwork or something like that, or maybe the communication not being flowing the way that you need it to while planning this ceremony or event, something like that. It can just be an awful lot of hard work. And if that's not the case, this could be someone who is fighting some legal battles this week. It could be involving a family of some sort. With this Four of Swords in the reverse, though, we have people coming back together to be more functional, to work on this and work this out within one another. Let me get another deck. Let's use the Chakotay deck. I have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. What's interesting is we've had several times, we've had the Eight of Wands and Eight of Swords come out together as combinations for various signs here. And these two cards are both all about communication. And it should be said that this Justice card is the number 8. So you've got 888. That's when you start to get back in the flow. And what was I saying about this Hierophant card, where we have someone who's basically getting down on their knees and saying, please God, no more. I don't know how to deal with this. Please help me through this. I don't know how to handle this. I have all of these people who need all of these things for me. I'm trying to make the right decision. I'm trying to make this a happy home. I'm trying to make this a happy life. How do I function this way? And whenever you ask for that help and that guidance, that's when 888 comes in and you get back into the flow, this infinity flow, right? Anyway, side note, but these, this Eight of Wands and this Eight of Swords are all about communication. And when you have them both out in the reverse like this, it feels like you're not talking. It feels like you don't have the energy for talking. It feels like there are a lot of people who need your answers for things like right away. And it feels like you don't know what the answer is just yet. And so you're just kind of trying to bustle through it, trying to like keep up with things. And meanwhile, it feels like there's this energy of fatigue, you know, on her face, where she's just thinking, oh my goodness. And I have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. These people are saying, look, we can't wait. We can't wait any longer. What do you want to do about this situation or this deal or this partnership or this whatever this is? And there's this energy of not being sure of what you want to do. It feels like your hands are kind of tied and you don't know if this is going to work out well or not, but there is this energy of this Ten of Cups. I've got the Fool card that comes out crossing that. This can be a brand new beginning. This can be a baby. This can be a brand new start in something. But in any case, it is something that has a beautiful potential for the future. And I mean, the Ten of Cups really is the epitome of emotional luxury and love. And that is what you have crossing you here. And with this Fool card energy, this is like all brand new potential, right? A brand new potential for something. And with this Four of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who finally comes out of isolation with the right answer, with the right solution to whatever this is. And I have the Star card in the reverse, which indicates something that you really didn't expect. You did not expect that to happen. What I always say about the Star card here, Cancer, is that it unleashes the good, the bad, and the ugly. And whenever we have it in the reverse, these are life's learning lessons and challenges. They're those after school special kind of moments where you have to pony up with the goods and be even stronger than you have been before. And I feel like you've had a pretty tough row to hoe here already, because you're tired. You're tired in your body, you're tired in your spirit, and it feels like you're being asked to put out a little bit more and even more and maybe even a lot more in this situation. And I have the Four of Swords out again. Very good. So the Four of Swords is somebody who's, they're saying, I just need a little bit longer. Please just give me a little bit longer to figure out how to solve this issue. And meanwhile, it's like all of the fish and the frogs are jumping out of the tank. It just feels like, I mean, you could be having a lot of dreams about this situation. Your dreams could be a little bit rocky this week just because of all the subconscious debris that you have floating around up there this week, Cancer. My goodness. This is someone who's very contemplative this week and they need some time to themselves. Just keep that in mind if this is your story. You may need to be very gentle with yourself this week because you have a lot of extra on your plate this week. I see some beautiful potential for new beginnings here, like beautiful potential, but really it's this energy of, it's how could I describe that? I don't know. It's almost like being given a giant gift that you like never expected. Like here's a unicorn, here's a magic unicorn, but there's probably a lot of care that these magic unicorns need. And so you're like, oh, yay, I wasn't expecting that. And that's like, what do they eat? Where are they going to live? You know, it's kind of like a beautiful gift, but there's just a lot of changes that would have to be made. A lot of, but there's just a lot of shifting in your life that would have to happen to accommodate whatever this new change or this new beginning is. And you're somebody who's saying, I don't know that I can handle it. I don't know if I could take it. Maybe being asked to move across the country or something. And yes, maybe moving to your dream home. But man, it's like, are you serious? We're moving again kind of energy. That's kind of the vibe. All right, Cancer, that was your reading for the week. Next up, we have Pisces. All righty. For Pisces, I'm going to use this traditional Rider-Waite deck for you guys to start. King of Cups in the reverse. Oh. Ace of Cups. Two of Pentacles. All right, so King of Cups in the reverse is, again, somebody who's not communicating their feelings about a situation. And this could be someone who, I don't know, King of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So we know that you have definitely showed up for yourself. Nicely done, Pisces. But why we have you in the reverse, I'm not sure, because this Ace of Cups is a brand new love relationship. And this is something that's very, very authentic crossing you here. And then I have this Two of Pentacles here, which, oh, I guess it could, no, okay. Okay, a couple more cards here. Hold on. The Star card in the reverse for you guys too. Popular energy here for our water signs so far. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and I have the Moon card on its side. Alrighty, so this could be a couple of different things. Because on one hand, I have this Ace of Cups coming in, and the Ace of Cups can be a brand new love relationship coming towards you. And for some reason, that feels like it could put you in a bind in some way, because there's this energy of juggling here with this Two of Pentacles. I don't know if that's juggling more than one person, or if that's just I have way too much going on in my life to deal with this energy. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'll clarify with another deck in a minute. But this Star card in the reverse is, again, one of those blessings that you weren't expecting, and it comes out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden we kind of got to deal with it, right? And then we have the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse, and that's somebody who hasn't been on the same page with somebody for a while. They haven't been a team player. They haven't been working well in a situation. And with this Moon card coming out on its side, we could have underlying issues here, secrets coming out, something like that. The Moon card is, you know, things that are done in the dark, things that are kind of swept under the rug, things that you don't necessarily want to share with other people. We could have things like that coming out in some way. I don't know. Clear as mud to me. Let's get another deck here, Pisces. Let's use this vice versa tarot for you guys. Why do I have you guys in the reverse here with this King of Cups in the reverse? I'm assuming that that is your energy, although not necessarily, Pisces. So you'll have to decide if this is your reading at all, and if so, which character you play. And it's really important to be very aware, self-aware when you're watching tarot card readings, right? It's like being able to understand which role you are playing and which energies belong to you. Well, I have the Hermit card that comes out for this King of Cups. Whoever this King of Cups is, it feels like they've been spending a lot of time in isolation. They've been really thinking about the things that they need to change within their lives, and they haven't really been talking about it a lot. They've been really trying to address some of their shadow sides. This is going to get deep. I love Pisces. You guys are so deep. So we have the Moon card. This is the card of Cancer, right? And in this representation of the Hermit energy, we have the Moon back here in the background, and it kind of represents those things that you've been kind of denying within yourself for a little while here, Pisces. This may be the week that you kind of have an emotional breakthrough about some of the things that you need to let go of in your life, things that aren't improving, things that kind of need to be set aside and moved on from. And it feels like when you do that and when you make that choice, that's probably when this Ace of Cups energy comes in, or this Ace of Cups energy may have come in already. And that could be like what is instigating this change or this choice to walk away from things that aren't functional, they aren't profitable, they aren't getting better, is kind of what I'm hearing. And it's come from a lot of soul searching with that Hermit energy. I have the Five of Cups. Yep, that's somebody who has to walk away from something that they once thought was kind of the be-all, end-all. And it's the reason that they have to walk away from it is because at some point within this dynamic, whatever this relationship, situationship, partnership, whatever this is, in your life, whatever this was, at some point, you forgot who you were. And it caused you to stop talking to other people. It caused you to kind of brush some things about yourself under the rug, sweep things under the rug for so long that it's kind of started to bubble up. And now it feels like this may be the week where you're saying, you know, I have to start being more authentic to myself in whatever way that is. I have the Eight of Cups, which is all about walking away from something that no longer holds joy for you. It no longer holds love or passion for you. And it feels like you're finally able to disconnect this week, Pisces. And it's come from a lot of soul searching, a lot of looking at yourself from the inside all the way to the outside. Good job. And I have the Lovers in the reverse, and I have the Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who has been faced with a difficult decision in love or a difficult decision in their life in some way. The Lovers card is the card of Gemini. Whenever we have it in the reverse, this is somebody who's had to make a difficult decision. It feels like they have. The Lovers card is a kind of are you all in or are you all out kind of energy. And the next one I have out for you is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse here, where we have somebody who says, well, then I think I'm going to be all just me. I'm just going to be me on my own. This is an energy of independence, and this is an energy of turning your back on a situation that was making you feel codependent. Now, what's interesting is we have a lot of darkness in these cards, like nighttime energy, and that was one of the first things that I took note of with this moon is things that are done in the dark. These would be things that you didn't allow other people to see about yourself, or something that you were dealing with for a significant amount of time, to the point it kind of chipped away at you and eroded at who you view yourself to be. And I don't know what that is for you, but we have this week all of a sudden you coming back towards yourself in a way that you haven't in a long time. There's the acknowledgement that things haven't been improving for a while. I have your card here with the Hanged Man. This is the card of Pisces in the reverse, and again it's this energy of nighttime. This is the vice versa tarot, so it's printed on both sides, right? This is your card, the Hanged Man, and see, we've got daytime, but it comes out in the dark here. You could be leaving at night. You could be leaving a situation in the nighttime. Whenever we have this guy in the reverse, though, this almost feels like you've been waiting for an opportunity for freedom. You've been, and this again with this full moon that we're experiencing right now, there's a lot of energy on dreams, dream space, a lot of psychic ability, a lot of intuitive abilities, and it feels like this will be the week where you're finally able to cut some of these soul ties and move on. Very good, Pisces. Anything else you want to say about this? Yeah, I've got 2 10s here. I have the 10 of Swords in the reverse, and I have, or on its side, and I have the 10 of Pentacles on its side as well. This is you having to let go of something. And we have an eclipsed sun here. And so it almost feels like these things that you've buried, or these things that, and I'm not blaming you, don't think I'm blaming you, but these things that you have kind of brushed under the rug, again, they've all of a sudden bubbled to the surface, and you're having to watch something die because there's this energy of you recognizing that there's this energy of now or never. There's this energy of all in or all out. There's this energy of, I don't want to see this any longer. I want this to just be done and over with. And with this 10 of Pentacles, this could be somebody who's moving house, making a major change in their life, their job, something like that. And 10s are cycles of completion, right? So we have 2 10s here in a row. And this is somebody who acknowledges that when it's time to go, it's time to go. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from you here, Pisces. And it's very, what's interesting is, and I understand now why we have the King of Cups in the reverse out for your first card, because that is the energy of you not having expressed this for so long that now all of a sudden it's whoop, there it is, right? And I feel like you've been in a state of isolation for a while, and you've really, really thought about this. Pisces are so deep. I love them. And you really, really have acknowledged these things that are very deeply within you here. And I mean, it could be a new love relationship coming towards you that you need to let someone else go of so that you can enter into, or some kind of new pathway, but it's something that feels very authentic to you. And you just haven't been talking about, you haven't known how to express yourself about it for some time. All right, that was your reading for the week, Pisces. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Aquarius, first of our air signs. Let's do this artist inner vision for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Alrighty, what do we have for Aquarius? Wow, we have the 8 of Swords on its side here. This is somebody who's kind of contemplating allowing someone back into their lives, or starting opening up again, or starting to talk again. This is the energy of being unblocked communicatively from someone. I have the Emperor. That's the card of Divine Masculine. It's also the card of Aries. This may be you. This could be the person that you are considering communicating with again. The Emperor can be a boss. They can be a mentor. They can be someone who's a little bit older than you. This could be you. This would be someone who takes charge of a situation, and they start the ball rolling with communication. They're the ones that reach out and make the first kind of move. I've got the 7 of Wands here that comes out on its side in the reverse. This is somebody who says, look, I don't want to start any problems here, but we need to talk about these things. I don't want any drama here, but I feel like we can be successful with this. I feel like we can work this out, something like that. I have the Knight of Swords here with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So you're all over this. I love this, Aquarius. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords are both Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But this Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody who feels like they kind of stuck their foot in their mouth at some point, or there was some kind of unclarity here, or there was some kind of miscommunication here. We have some kind of rapid change with this Knight of Swords energy, and this is all coming from you. It feels like you have absolutely bossed up in this situation. You say, no more. I'm going to communicate with this person honestly, openly. It's going to be very direct. It's going to be very honest, and that way I'll know how this person feels about this situation or what to do next. You're being very proactive, to say the least. And I have the High Priestess here, and highly intuitive, it should also be said, Aquarius. And again, we have that full moon tonight. It's tonight or tomorrow night, I can't remember. Drop me down in the comments if you know. But this, and thank you guys so much for those of you who moderate and keep everybody clued in on which sign we're on. We're currently reading for Aquarius, and I thank you all so much who are here and lend me your energy to read with. I appreciate you all. So anyway, back to Aquarius. What I was saying here with this High Priestess energy is someone who's highly intuitive. this would be someone who has this inner knowing that this is the right situation, this is the right thing to do. There's a calmness to you this week, Aquarius, because all of a sudden it feels like you've attained some kind of peace, and that peace comes from using your intuitive abilities. I don't know if you're someone who typically is very logical, like very by the book or something like that. All of a sudden there's kind of this softening, and there's this energy of intuition that comes in for you that allows you to start making choices from a more, I don't know, like a holistic approach. And yeah, I feel like you're really bossing up with that energy, following those gut instincts. And I have the Five of Wands here. This is somebody who for some time, and this goes directly on top of this Queen of Swords in the reverse energy that you're coming out of this week, Aquarius. For some time, you've kind of been experiencing this sort of analysis paralysis. Do I stay? Do I go? Pros and cons lists. Or do I go this direction? Do I go that direction? And I think maybe that's why we had you. I noticed initially when we first got this Eight of Swords out, we have on one hand, things are so good. On the other hand, things are not so good with that Eight of Swords. And whenever it comes out on its side, it feels almost like a black or a white issue. Are you all in? Are you all out? Am I doing this? Am I not doing this? How are you going to communicate this? Is how it was feeling before. And now we have someone who's kind of settled down, and they're able to, they're able to clarify a lot very quickly by just saying a few words and being very mature about whatever the situation is at hand. With this Ace of Pentacles that comes out here, we have a brand new, very stable beginning that's coming up for you. The Ace of Pentacles is probably my favorite card to get in any reading because it's something you can take to the bank. It's something you can invest in, and something that feels very authentic to you, and something that's sure to grow into something more profitable. There's a brand new beginning that's going to grow. It's going to be healthy. Now, oh, and I have this one over here, the Six of Cups. That's about a soulmate relationship. Good job. That was just kind of hanging out up right over here on this deck. But this Six of Cups is all about a soulmate relationship. This could be someone that you experienced a past life with, or someone you grew up with, or someone that has marriage potential in your life. In any case, there's a rebalancing here where we have this person coming back towards you, possibly because of this fast-moving communication, possibly just because of this energy of stability that enters into this relationship. Let's clarify with this Tarot of Wonderland. Okay, so typically when I have the Eight of Swords out, I know there's been some kind of a conflict, especially when I have the Queen of Swords out here in the reverse. So what was that about in the first place? Because the Eight of Swords is about not communicating with someone, blocking someone communicatively. So we know we've had some kind of a fallout whenever we have that Eight of Swords. What was... Oh, Page of Cups. We have someone here who's issued an apology, an offer of friendship, love, kindness, support, something like that. With this Page of Cups, we have someone who's already reached out and done that in some way. Maybe this is past energy that you're kind of clearing up here. Maybe this is an action that you're taking this week. Aquarius, this Three of Wands. The thing is that you really weren't sure where you were headed at the time, or you weren't sure where this other person was headed at the time. And so it was hard to align with this person or this situation because you weren't sure that either of you were really on the same page and wanting the same things for your future. And I have the Two of Pentacles. You could have been fielding a lot of other offers at the time, whether this is in business or love, I don't know. These are just the energies that are kind of hanging out here that are coming across my table for you. But this Two of Pentacles would be someone who's trying to juggle a lot. Maybe you have a lot on your plate. This is someone who's been waiting for the right solution, for the right opportunity, Aquarius, for this to happen. It feels like the time is now. And I have the Eight of Swords out again. And the Tower moment. So I don't know what this was. Something came in and changed your perspective entirely. So while you were in this state of not talking, being blocked from one another, whatever that looks like, we have had this Tower moment happen where we've had something that's knocked your socks off. Something's changed in your perspective. Something's changed in this other person's perspective. And the effect is really quite a shock and awe. And this Tower energy has been a very popular energy tonight as well throughout, especially in those fire sign readings up ahead. But this is an energy of a major change that kind of knocks things down to their foundation. And that could have been what this Eight of Swords energy was for whatever this relationship was. It was this time to say, you know what, let's take a time out. Let's not talk about this. Let's reassess our feelings about this situation. And then we can come back together at another time. And it looks like this is the time that that's happening. It feels like we have a lot of rapid change, and it feels like it comes from you, Aquarius. And if you haven't already issued whatever this Page of Cups energy is, and I don't know if this is coming towards you or if this is you doing this, it feels like it's coming this week. It brings things back into balance, I'm hoping, here for you. And I'm hoping that this gets you and this other person on the same page, where you're really manifesting the same things for your future and wanting to see the same things again. But there is this real energy of apology, friendship, kindness coming in. It's very sweet. I love it. What is this? Eight of Pentacles. This is somebody who says, I'm willing to do the work. Put me in, coach. And again, I have 888 again, which is the energy of someone who's taken a time out to really reassess how they're feeling about a situation and before making a choice. This is someone who is, again, weighed all the pros and all the cons. And there's this energy of soulmate here surrounding you, Aquarius. And I have the Four of Swords out. Very good. That guy's been super popular tonight too, which is that energy of taking a time out, taking a break, taking a separation. And with it comes out the Four of Cups. So now I've got two fours out here for you. And Aquarius, the Four of Cups in the reverse is all of a sudden somebody who doesn't see anything that they want more. This could be somebody who was feeling a little mopey without this other person, feeling a little bit depressed, feeling a little bit down in the dumps. They may have looked around for other options in love or something, but they did not find anything else that was what they wanted. This could also be in business. They could have looked at other candidates for some job or something like that, but they're not finding anyone that surpasses you, or you can't find anyone that surpasses this other person. And so it feels like you sat in an energy of self-denial for some time, or this other person did, and this is all of a sudden changing, where we have you being kind of unblocked communicatively, and there's like a real coming back together, and there's a lot of growth that happens here. And it really feels like it comes from you, Aquarius, because you're such an excellent communicator this week. And there's a lot of intuition here coming from you, where you seem to know the right thing to say, the right way to say it, and it really affects a lot of change. There's definitely an energy of you bossing up this week for sure. With that Emperor card, it's kind of fantastic to see you in that position and all of a sudden being able to express yourself. I love it. All right, thanks for letting me read for you, Aquarius. Next up, we have Gemini. Gemini, we're gonna use this Chicoli deck for Gemini. I hope you guys are doing well. Alrighty, what do we have for Gemini? I have the Eight of Wands out for you guys too. There's a lot of communication that's happening here. We have a lot of communication. We have a lot of unblocking from people. We have a lot of people, and it probably has something to do with this full moon, right? Where we all of a sudden have people who are starting to communicate what it is they want in their lives and what they need to see for their futures. We have people who are being very proactive. I like that. So this Eight of Wands is someone who, that's about fast moving, direct communication. You may have a lot of people wanting to talk to you. I have the Eight of Pentacles that comes out on top of that. You may be really throwing yourself into work this week for some reason. I have the Seven of Wands, and oh, I got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Didn't we just have that situation for Aquarius a minute ago? And somebody else up ahead, one of the water signs, had the Queen of Swords in the reverse too, which can be someone who feels like they have to eat their words, or this could be someone who feels like there's kind of a very wary energy where somebody who's not really talking to another person, they could be they could feel like they're, it can be an energy of punishment in some kind of a way. And with this Eight of Pentacles, this is, again, somebody who's doing the best that they can, that feels like they're trying to run a three-ring circus all on their own. But there's the energy of like a lot of people coming towards you, and I feel like Gemini, you may be feeling a little bit badly about something that you've said or something here, because, hold on. Oh, it could have been a breakup or an ending that's happened with the Three of Swords and with this Six of Wands that comes out here. You could feel like something sort of failed here, and I feel like you're not talking a lot about it, but there's this kind of energy of sadness and an energy of wanting to heal from a situation. The Three of Swords it's definitely an energy of a breakup or an ending in some kind of way, Gemini. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but this could be something that you're dealing with right now or something you're about to deal with. With this Seven of Wands right here, again, it feels like an energy of punishment or drama or stress or just like unnecessary. It feels unnecessary. And again, with that energy of like three-ring circus kind of thing. And with this Six of Wands coming out here on its side, it feels like someone who may be feeling a little bit defeated, or there's this fear that they're not going to be successful with something. And there's just an awful lot of communication happening for you right now, too, with that Eight of Wands. And so this is clear as mud to me, Gemini. Let me get a couple more cards out here with this Chicoli deck, and then I'll clarify. I have the Hanged Man in the reverse. This is somebody who feels like they've waited too long to take action in a situation. They may feel like they've waited too long to reach out. They may feel like they are kind of just waiting to be released from whatever this situation is over here. But there's an energy of waiting whenever we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. And it's uncomfortable. It's starting to get uncomfortable is what I'm hearing. And that's the thing that, when you start to feel uncomfortable, Gemini, that's when you know you need to make a change in some way. Sometimes it's a little change. Sometimes it's a really drastic change. And it really just is up to you and your situation. But it kind of feels like this is the week where you're coming to the conclusion of, now is the time I need to make a change. I don't want to deal with this drama. I don't want to feel like I am, trying to keep the world up with Post-it notes. I don't want to feel like, I'm not succeeding here. I'm tired of my heart getting broken. And there's an energy of not really talking, not communicating. And I have this Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who feels like they have to start all over again. And they're kind of contemplating, do I even want to do that? The Page of Pentacles can be an entry-level position. We've got the Lovers card that comes out here too. This can be relating to your love life as well. This would be somebody who, and this is your card, Gemini. Very good. Way to show up. I like that. So this is you right in the middle of your reading. It really feels like you're starting to decide what it is that you want to see for yourself, what it is, the path that you want to see in your life. You've dealt with plenty. You're tired of doing that. You're tired of dealing with other people's dramas. You're tired of feeling like you can't talk about the way that you're feeling. You're tired of brushing your own feelings under the rug. And there's this energy of, if I have to start all over, then I will. But it's a little heavy-hearted. And the reason it's heavy-hearted is because you've got this this Three of Swords energy right here underneath your card of the Lovers, where we've had some kind of a breakup energy here. Let's use this Hush Tarot to clarify for Gemini. It feels like a lot of people want your attention this week, though, Gemini. And it feels like you have a lot of people who are just poking at you. Like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me kind of energy. And it feels like I feel like you're kind of trying to take the high road in this situation where, yes, you're feeling your feels, but you're trying to kind of detach yourself from other people, trying to meditate a little bit more, trying to just be peaceful while this is happening in your life, but you're getting uncomfortable, you're getting tired of it. And I have the Emperor in the reverse. So this could be a fallout at work in some way. This could be a fallout in a relationship. The Emperor is the card of Aries. It's also the card of Divine Masculine. But this would be, it can be a boss or a mentor. And what was I saying? You're kind of getting tired of running this three-ring circus. You could have a superior at work who's not pulling their weight or who's toxic in some way. Or this could simply be your energy here, Gemini, where you're saying, I really don't have the resources that I need to pull this off. Or this could have been a conflict that was in your life where you maybe are feeling a little bit badly about some of the things you said or the way that things went down or something like that. So I don't know. This could go a few different ways. And I have the Devil card out here. This could have been some sort of toxic behavior. This Devil card is the card of Capricorn. There's definitely a lot of toxicity on the board whenever we have this Seven of Wands, which just has such an unnecessary kind of punishment sort of vibe, and the Emperor in the reverse, plus the Devil card. Let's be real, y'all. This is just kind of... And really, this Devil card, it feels like the opposite of your energy here with this Lovers card. This is, again, I mean, somebody who's trying to be more meditative, trying to kind of like avoid this situation at all costs. Like, just don't make eye contact with them and then maybe they'll go away. That kind of feeling. This could be somebody who is just really tired of dealing with toxic behaviors and other people who are in superior positions in their lives, something like that. And you may be feeling like you can't speak out about this in some way. There's this energy of being chained to this situation, and it feels like if you want to unchain yourself from this situation, which is probably what's going to happen here with this ending card, right? You're going to have to start all over again in some way. This again could be in your love relationship as well. But there's like this point when you say enough is enough. I agree. Enough is enough. And I have the King of Cups here. This is somebody who's saying, you know what, I really know where my heart sits. I know who I am. And that is why I have you in the upright position here in the middle. This could be you wanting to extend yourself to another person, a different situation here. This is somebody who feels like they have a lot of clarity about their heart and about how they want to approach other people. This is someone who feels like they kind of have it all, because you kind of do, Gemini. And this could be a relationship that's coming towards you that is much healthier and much more balanced than what you've been seeing here. This person coming towards you could be a little bit younger than this Emperor over here, or in any case they just may approach you a little bit differently here, Gemini. I'm not sure. It's someone that you would want to give part of yourself to, though. It would be someone who made sense for you. The Queen of Pentacles that comes out on its side here. We have a lot of people on the table here. And we have a lot of, I mean, I've got two queens, a king, an emperor, and the devil, and the page, and the hanged man. We've got just an awful lot of people here. And so you could be working on a team here. This situation may affect a lot of people. But there's someone that this King of Cups is looking out towards as a much more stable future, even if you do have to start as friends or at this entry level. It feels like this is able to grow into something that's much better, much healthier, much more nurturing for you, Gemini, and it just feels better. And I feel like this energy crosses your path. I hate to throw out timelines, but I feel like Wednesday of this week is kind of this energy where you have a shift, where we have a shift in this energy, and you say no more drama, no more stress, no more punishment energy, no more feeling like I'm failing, anything like that. I feel much more healthy. I feel more like myself. I feel like these are the words you're going to be saying to yourself, Gemini, probably around the middle of this week, where we have just like a peace and restoration coming in, and you finally being able to kind of move on from whatever this was, and you just kind of saying, you know, even if I have to start all over again, anything is better than this. Yeesh, right? Anything is better than this guy on a bad day, this girl on a bad day, whatever it is. And I don't have to put up with that anymore. And it kind of frees you up. But there is an energy of fatigue. And that probably comes from the stress and anxiety of dealing with whatever this has been. Because toxicity, it's fatiguing. It's very fatiguing. All right, thank you very much. That was your reading for the week, Gemini. Next up, we have Libra. Libra, let's use this Star Power Tarot for you guys. Here, a train. Oh, Seven of Swords in the reverse for Libra. This is somebody who hasn't told the truth about a situation, something like that. The Seven of Swords in the reverse is somebody who gets a pretty bad rap for not telling the truth about something. And this is a super grotesque card, but this is somebody who may be a little bit narcissistic, or someone who's not seeing things from anyone else's perspective. They could be a little bit myopic in their perspective of the world. And I have the King of Pentacles here. You're always feeling like you're having to pick up slack for this other person. With this King of Pentacles, that's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. But this is somebody who's saying, honestly, the well's kind of dried out, and I really don't have any tolerance for this behavior any longer. I don't have tolerance for any lies that you tell, or any kind of deceit or deception, and I'm not going to give any more to you. This is you just kind of expressing the honest truth here, Libra. I have the Seven of Wands. This person always brings the drama, man. It's true. With the Seven of Wands, this is way too much energy for you to handle. This could be someone who's fairly toxic, someone who's very needy. They need all the time, and they can be very manipulative. I've got two sevens out there, Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. And when I get the energy of 777, that to me is the energy of someone who has to ask for help in a situation. This person could always be asking you for help, or you may need to ask for help so that you don't have those feelings of codependency within this person, like where you don't always feel like you're having to feed some kind of egoistic monster or something like that. I'm hearing the words bankruptcy. With this Two of Swords in the reverse, this would be... Two of Swords is about being at like a mental crossroads. And whenever we have it in the reverse, this is someone who's just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation. I don't know how to help you. I don't know. And this is someone who feels like they need to kind of turn their back on this situation and walk away, because it feels like it's kind of like not my circus, not my monkeys kind of energy from you, where you're like, you know what? You need to start handling this on your own, because I don't want to hear it anymore. And I have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Hanged Man out again. Very popular characters this evening. This Eight of Swords in the reverse is the energy of you. Honestly, this could be you blocking this person. This could be you saying, long time coming, I should have done this a long time ago. Maybe cutting this person off in some way, saying you fight your own battles. And this could be an energy of someone who's procrastinated something too long, and now we've got a problem. With this Hanged Man, this is the card of Pisces. This is, again, this energy of having waited too long to deal with something, and now we have like some kind of fallout, and it feels like you're always having to pick up the pieces for this other person in some way, Libra, and you're just kind of like, and I'm done and I'm over it. I have the Ten of Wands out here. This is somebody who says, this is too much. You've gone and driven this off in the ditch. It's not my fault. It would really be too much for anyone. The Ten of Wands is somebody who has to carry such a heavy burden that they're just faltering under it. And this could be your energy. This could be this other person's. But in any case, I have you in the middle here on your side saying, you know what, like I'm just kind of blood dry here. And you kind of have lost your taste for this other person for sure. It feels like it's been a long time coming. And it feels just like a constant source of drama or stress. And this person may be battling with mental illness or something like that. And that could be why I'm hearing this, like you may need to have help dealing with this person, or this person, you may need to direct them to someone else who can help them a little bit more. Okay, in any case, I get this feeling that you're just kind of over it. All right. What is this Seven of Swords in the reverse here for Libra? I have the Ten of Pentacles. This could be about money. This could be about money. This can be about a home. This can be, I feel like someone who feels like they've given someone everything. This could be more than one person here. But this is someone who feels like they're always being asked for support, for financial support. And this is someone who's really tired of doing it. They're tired of being like the bank account. They're tired of being, they're just tired of it. They're tired. They want to focus on their own lives in some way. And it feels like you've tried very hard to be supportive in every way that you can, Libra. And it's just coming to the point where you're realizing it's kind of like a never-ending situation. And I have the, what the heck is this? Oh, yeah, now I have you here. This is your card. This is the Justice card. These cards are great. They're printed on both sides. This is the vice versa tarot, and it feels like you have made the decision to turn your back on this situation, Libra, and it feels like it's the healthiest choice you could possibly make for yourself. This is someone who says, you handle it. I'm busy. I am busy doing my own thing. The Eight of Wands comes out here, and again, I've got the Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands combination here, where we have somebody here who is making very solid choices about who they communicate with, what they say, how they say it, and we have just a lot of clarity of communication coming in for a lot of people this week, and it's probably got something to do with that full moon again, where we have someone who's contemplating saying something about this situation. They may be weighing out their words carefully as to how they can cut ties with this situation in whatever way they need to. This person on the other flip side may be a little pouty about that communication, but we have the Chariot card that comes out in the reverse, where we have somebody who's saying, and I am turning my back on this situation. You handle your own problems. You deal with fighting your own battles, because I'm out. And I feel like that's ultimately what you have to do, because you have to teach this person to stand up. Like, it feels, I don't know if this is like a parental relationship or something like that, but with this Ten of Cups, it's like learning, it's teaching someone how to stand on their own 2 feet. It's teaching someone that they can supply their own good vibes, that you could be dealing with some kind of energy vampire situation here where you're always having to buoy them up, or someone who is dealing with mental illness issues, and you like feel like you're just kind of drained and spent, and you don't have the resources any longer to help this person with what they need, and there's this energy of needing to ask for a little help with this situation. But I do feel like you've always had so many people's best interest at heart here, Libra. You're always such a caretaker. You're so nurturing, especially with this King of Pentacles energy, where you're wanting to solve people's problems for them all the time. And sometimes there comes a point where you have showed this person the way as far as you can, and now it's kind of up to them to make their own happiness in whatever way that means. I have 2 10s here. Again, 10s are cycles of completion, and that tells me that it's like you've kind of had enough. And oh, I've got 3, because I've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. So again, cycles of completion, where you're saying enough is enough. I got to cut you loose here, and I wish you the very, very best of luck, because that's how you are, Libra. But you're definitely showing up as yourself here with this Justice card, and somebody who says, I have to make the right choices, not just for you anymore, but for me as well in this situation. And I'm going to choose to let you handle this on your own, or I'm going to direct you towards somebody besides me. That was your reading for the week, Libra. I love you very much. Next up, we have Capricorn, first up of our earth signs. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can. If you're watching this on Facebook, all that information should be around here somewhere, and you can direct message me, and I can I typically see people via FaceTime or Facebook Messenger, and it's a reading just like this across the table. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, after we've done all the timestampy stamps and all that stuff, that information is in the About section of our channel. All right, what do we have here for Capricorn? I have the Four of Pentacles here. This is somebody who's really trying to hold on to someone or something. There's kind of a light off in the distance for this person. This person may be holding on. I'm hearing like glimmer of hope, something like that. Seven of Cups here. This could be someone who's dealing with someone who is illusionary, or maybe dealing with some shadow sides this week, Capricorn. This Seven of Cups can be someone who wants to make sure they're not making choices that are delusional or something. I have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This can be someone who's retracting an offer of love. I have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who's a little bit heartbroken about a situation. It feels like you had wanted to hold on to a person for some time. It felt like there was some kind of light about them off into the distance, and they were kind of like a guiding star for you at some point. But it feels like you are sort of feeling like it was kind of illusionary in some way. It brought out some aspect of yourself that you really wanted to look hard at, and it feels like you've made a lot of changes in the way that you're feeling about love emotionally, something like that. This feels like this was kind of a damaging relationship for you that you maybe stayed in a little bit longer than you should have in some way with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who's not entirely sure how they feel about love at all anymore. And I have the Empress card that comes out here, which is the card of Virgo or the card of Divine Feminine. That could represent you. This could represent the other person. This would be, or I feel like maybe this is where you're headed. I feel like all of a sudden you've really let go. And I feel like if you're not quite there yet, I think this is the week that you do, Capricorn. I think this is the week when you say, you know, I have to let this energy go in my life. It did not bring me what I thought it was going to bring me. And it wasn't the unconditional love that I wanted to see for myself. And so now I'm going to shift my frequency to allow a healthier vibration in. All right. And I have the Chariot card in the reverse, which is a very similar energy to this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is someone who feels like they have to hold on to something for dear life, because if they let go a little bit, the thing is going to run away from them. And it's kind of like that, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours forever. And if it doesn't, it never was in the first place. That's kind of the energy. That's kind of what you're counseling yourself with this week, Capricorn. We have the Chariot that comes out in the reverse, which is the card of Cancer. And I have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here twice out, as well as Virgo. That may be of significance to you, may not be. But we have someone here who's had an awfully difficult time moving forward in this situation, moving forward physically, moving forward emotionally, moving forward mentally. Excuse me. And it's kind of starting to take a toll on them, and it's really caused them to address a lot of issues in their lives. The Seven of Cups here, and we've got the Chariot card, which is also the number 7. The number 7 can be reaching a point where you ask for guidance from a higher power in this situation. And I think that makes all the change for you. Now I have the Three of Swords. There's an ending here that happens. The Three of Swords is that breakup card. And I always call it the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, right? It comes for us all at some point, right? And it's just part of life. Endings are a part of life, just the same way that beginnings are, right? Kind of like the Ouroboros here on the back where we've got the snake eating its tail. There's always, from every ending comes, every new beginning came from some other beginning's end. What? Something like that. In any case, we have some kind of a breakup that's happened. And really and truly, once you process whatever this ending was, it really shifts your perspective. And it feels like this is a shift that's going to happen for you towards the middle of the week, possibly towards the end of the week, Capricorn, where all of a sudden you start to see yourself differently. And you start to see what you want for the future very differently as well. And I have the Devil card that comes out on its side. That's your card, Capricorn. This can be someone who has maybe allowed some obsessions in their lives to get the better of them, maybe allowed some toxicities to get the better of them. And it feels like you're saying no more to that this week. It's kind of like new year, new you, but it's just going to happen for us in August instead of January. This is kind of a renewal. This is kind of a rebirth. And this is you kind of moving and processing these shadow aspects of yourself. It could be obsession, it could be addiction, it could be toxicities, or overindulgences in some way in your life, and you're kind of doing like house cleaning for yourself this week, Capricorn, where you're kind of, I don't know, remembering who you are and who it is that you want to be and who you want to allow into your life in the future. It's just this real energy of return to yourself, and this return to yourself seems to drive you right into this Empress energy. All right, let us use let's use, I always do this at least once or twice every time I do a read. Let's use the Star Power Tarot to clarify. It's like having too many choices on the menu, right? Oh, I don't know. Six of Wands in the reverse. So there was some kind of failure or some kind of lack of self-perceived success here. And that is why you were holding on to this relationship or this situationship for so long. There was always kind of this glimmer of hope. Well, maybe this will change. Maybe this will get better. Maybe if I do X, Y, or Z, this person will want me, love me, or this situation will work out the way that it's supposed to. All of a sudden, there's this sudden realization that you shouldn't have to be making those kinds of having those kinds of thoughts in your head at all. This is somebody who And it feels like you're just kind of ready to move on from that. I have the Star card here, which is the card of Aquarius. And this would be somebody who all of a sudden recognizes that maybe they were meant to meet this person. Maybe they were meant to have this relationship with this person because it's taught them an awful lot about who they are. And again, what they want to see for themselves for the future. This is the week where all of a sudden you're able to start healing this Three of Swords breakup energy. This is the week where you're able to let go of whatever this person or situation was that was not bringing happiness or satisfaction or success into your love life. And it feels like this was painful. Let's look a little bit further. And it kept you kind of on the hook a little bit longer than you would have liked or intended. Nine of Swords. This is somebody that's experienced high anxiety and stress from this situation or this relationship. And this is somebody who feels like their nerves were very raw for a little while after this relationship or within this relationship. It feels like you waited for a very long time for this person with this Hanged Man energy. That's the card of Pisces, but this would be someone, it feels like you waited to move on with your life because you were waiting on this person. And this is the week when you say, I'm not going to do that anymore. I am really, really ready to just be happy. And I think that shift in perspective where you say, you know what, this person wasn't the right person for me. I can let it go now. I understand it hurt in some way with the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And you really did have to take some time to process this and process what that was for you. It feels like you've done that. And it feels like once you kind of let go of this situation, things start to change rapidly for you. It's all of a sudden communication with other people sets in. You're all of a sudden ready to start putting yourself out there in a way again, start talking to other people, and in just small ways, friendship ways, kind of maybe, I am seeing like online dating or something for you with that Page of Swords. Page of Swords can indicate online, very fast moving, small text message kinds of things, beginnings of communication. And this is someone who's just kind of starting to feel it out. I have the World card in the reverse. I'm hearing somebody say, man, if I had known how much better life would be once I let go of this situation, I would have done it so much longer, so much sooner. And the World in the reverse is someone who's delayed their own process because they were struggling to let go of someone else or something. This could be your energy. This could be someone that's been hovering in your environment for some time. But when we have the World card come out, it's kind of like, well, you're about to shift into a new phase of your life. And so it's kind of time to make these changes, time to cut these ties, and time to kind of move forward. And I have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who had really attached a lot of their self-worth, their value on this other relationship. And it feels like this is the week you're saying, either I'm not going to do that anymore or this other person's not allowed to do this to me anymore. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse can indicate codependencies and toxicities, as can that Devil card when it comes out on its side or in the reverse as well. And so this is somebody who's saying, you know what, no more. I'm ready to stand on my own 2 feet. And it should be noted too that the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress. And there's a real shift for you this week, Capricorn, where you decide that you want to be in charge of your own life and you really, really want to be in charge of your own love life and who's allowed in it. And it feels like you're all of a sudden ready to start trying again after a time of, some healing, after a time of really contemplating whatever this last situation was that you've moved out of. All right, that was your reading for this week, Capricorn. I like seeing you return to yourself, and I like the idea that you are able to move forward in some way. And it's very, very boss of you to take this time to really acknowledge what your role in this relationship was. I understand that it was damaging and someone has broken your heart in some way, but there's part of you who has taken the time to really look at, why that worked for you as long as it did, or why you kind of allowed yourself to stay in that state for as long as you did. And there's this understanding of someone who all of a sudden it's like the fog clears and lifts and there's this clarity and there's just like a return to yourself that happens for you this week, Capricorn. I like it very much. All right, next up we have Taurus. We're going to use this Artist's Inner Vision Tarot for Taurus. Oh, nope, I lied. We're going to do Virgo next. How about that? Sorry, we're going to go with Virgo. You have to stick to the list, otherwise I'll get confused. All right, what do we have for Virgo this week? Oh, I've got the Sun in the reverse. And I have the High Priestess. Hold on. I have the Chariot and I have the Devil in reverse. Okie dokie. So there's somebody here who intuitively wants to remove themselves from a situation that does not feel good. All of a sudden, I feel like I have indigestion for you here, Virgo. And it feels like with this Sun in the reverse, this is a card of Leo. And you've got actually 4 major arcana out of 4 cards here. So this tells me this is really important energy to you. This is like life-changing energy. This is like a major situation you got going on in your life here. Sun in the reverse is someone who they need to move out of a situation. They need to move out of a space or an energy because it's something that's dragging them down, like weights around your ankles. It's depressing. It's something that there's not a lot of growth that's happening here, and there's this real need to get yourself out of this situation so that you can start a process of healing. Now, we have the High Priestess that comes out on its side here, and there's somebody here who hasn't been following their gut instincts. They weren't listening to red flags when they should have, and now they're in this state with this Chariot card where they really, really, really want to move forward, but there is something with this Devil card that's keeping them stuck and stagnant because they feel like they've chained themselves to a situation that is, again, like weights around your ankle. And there's this energy of wishing that you had removed yourself sooner, but hey, this is where we're at. So if this is where your reading starts, we know it's probably going to change for you this week because there's going to be a major shift in your perspective and how you deal with this situation. Knowledge is power. Now we have the Death card out here. Very good. Another major arcana for you. Whoever you are, you have a very intensely spiritual energy about you, Virgo, and you are someone who is ready to tackle life's challenges head on, which is why you have this really heavy energy. You could be closing out major cycles in your life right now, Virgo. 7-year cycles, 9-year cycles, 13-year cycles, something like that. The Death card is the number 13. This could have been a situation that you had, again, allowed yourself to stay in for way too long and chained yourself to for far too long, and now it's just kind of naturally coming to an end in some way, or even maybe not even naturally. Maybe you're the one who has to instigate this ending or this change. I'm not sure, but this Death card is definitely an ending. And it's like washing away like water in some way. And there's a lot of transformation that comes with that Death card. I have the 7 of Pentacles here. This is an energy of you having had waited. You waited a long time for this situation to improve. You gave it your all. You tried your hardest. You may have poured like your heart and soul into this situation. And it is kind of, I'm hearing the words devastating to see it kind of wash away in the way that it has. But there's this real energy of, I really can't wait to get out of it though. I can't wait for it to be over because no matter how hard I tried, it just never seemed to get better. And it's, with that Death card, it kind of allows you the freedom to remove yourself from this situation, to no longer have to be chained to this. And this is a very transformative time in your life. What's happening here? There we go. And I have the Fool card. That's perfect. This is, and again, another major arcana energy. Wowza. Whoever you are, Virgo, this is a major, major shift in your life. This Fool card is this brand new beginning. The Fool is the number 0 card. This is the brand new start. This is what frees you up this week. I don't know. I have like chills on my body because I'm very, very excited for whoever this is. Whatever this was that you were stuck in that was just dragging you down, it's ending this week, it seems like, and it's really pushing you forward into something that is much brighter. There's this energy of butterflies here in these cards where we have you making a major transformation because of this ending, and this is I'm like very excited for you. Let's use this Tarot of Wonderland, Virgo, to find out a little bit more about this information, because I'm hearing like ding dong, the witch is dead. All right. I have the 6 of Cups. The High Priestess again, right on top of the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles that comes out on its side. This is definitely a week where you're propelled into a single independent energy. The Devil in reverse is all about codependencies and toxicities, right? Or the Devil in the upright is. And whenever we have it in the reverse, in this spread with this combination of cards, this is someone who's finally released from a bad situation, a toxic habit, a toxic work environment, a toxic relationship, something like that. Now, the reason you stayed as long as you did and you gave it your all, this person really is truly a soulmate to you. Now, here's the thing. We can have a lot of soulmates in our lives and they will always find you. You never have to worry about it. This could have been a past life soulmate. This could have been someone that you grew up with, someone that you were married to, something like that. But a true, or a friendship or a partnership, something like that. Something happened here where we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, where somebody made a choice in this relationship or situation, where we have everything is kind of like depleted, dilapidated. The torch has been kind of doused in water somehow. This relationship is like no more. It's like ended. It's out. Somebody dropped a house on it. That's kind of what it feels like. And with this High Priestess in the reverse, this is somebody who says, I saw it coming. I saw it coming for a long time. I didn't listen to the red flags. I didn't listen to myself when I should have. And there is this very healthy energy from you that's saying, you know what? I invested a lot of myself into this person. And this person really, really was a soulmate to you. They really were. And there was a lot of love between you. But for some reason, whatever choice was made with this Ace of Wands in the reverse, it has changed the dynamic here where you are now being allowed an opportunity to remove yourself from this situation. I didn't realize the Emperor was on the bottom of the deck right here, or on the bottom of this Chariot card here. And so this Emperor in the upright position is the card of Aries. It's the card of Divine Masculine. This may be your energy here in combination with this Chariot card, where we have you making choices for yourself for the first time in a long time. This could have been a real relationship that was very codependent. You may have been someone who was kind of being bullied in a situation, and it feels like that's not happening any longer. And the truth is, there is this acknowledgement that this person was truly a soulmate. They had a lot of your heart, but like at the end of the day, at the end of every day for a very, very, very long time, there was this recognition that this person was never going to be on the same page with you, and that there was always kind of this energy of, in the future things will get better, in the future things will get better. And then you looked at it and it stacked up, and you realized that the future is now, and you look back at the past and nothing ever did get better. And something comes up this week that allows you the freedom to move on from this, and it propels you into this real stable state with this Nine of Pentacles, which is the minor arcana of the Empress. You could be starting a new business for yourself, or being single. That's the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. They're someone who's very single. They're very unique to themselves. Now, I love that we have the Death card, and we got the Death card out again. I love it when you give me repeat cards, and that's because I know it's a really important energy to your story this week. And you, Virgo, someone with this much major arcana here and repeat energies, this is somebody who knows that this time is now, that the time is now, okay? And I have the Wheel of Fortune. What did I just say? The time is now. So basically the Wheel of Fortune is that karmic wheel. It's always spinning unless you stop. It's like a hamster wheel. If the hamster stops, then the wheel stops, but you propel yourself forward in this situation. And it feels like you're being given the energy to cut ties with whatever this is that's been weighing you down for a long time. And it's going to feel so good when you do. It feels like this energy of like just rushing good karma coming towards you. I don't know what happened in this situation. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty for a long time. And now all of a sudden there's this freeing up for you, and it looks really, really good. I'm excited for you. I got the chills for you, Virgo. All right, that was your reading for the week. I will catch up with you guys next week. A lot of major arcana here. I love it. And quite a few repeats too. Also love that. All right, see you guys soon. Next up and last up, we have Taurus. You guys are beautiful and so sweet for waiting up for the night. I appreciate you all. We're going to use this Tarot of Dreams by Sarah Marchetti for Taurus. I have have the Ace of Cups. What? And the Magician. And the Palace of Wands card. What? Hold on. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So this is the Tarot of Dreams. It's by Ciro Marchetti. And we have an extra, I think it's like 6 or 7 cards in the deck. And they include these Palace cards, right? Which kind of, they kind of indicate like the epitome of the embodiment of the suit of wands. Like when we talk about the Palace of Wands, it's like really hearth and home energy, like very creative. It's very fiery, very passionate, highly sexually passionate, but it is all about that sacral chakra energy, Taurus. And you have some kind of new relationship, new love relationship that's coming towards you. It should be said the Ace of Cups can be a new love relationship, so that's why I bring that up. But it can also be a return to yourself. It can be an understanding of who you truly are, and it can be like off to the races with some kind of creative, passionate new career, something like that. There's just an awful lot of healthy, healing energy for you this week. And it really feels like if you are someone who is attracting a new love relationship into your life, which with this Ace of Cups, you probably are, this would be one that is going to be substantial for you. And we have the Judgment card that comes out with that. We have some kind of a resurrection sort of energy here, but we have a light bulb moment that comes on for someone here with this Magician in the reverse and this Moon card in the reverse here. This can be a couple of different things. I'm gonna clarify those in a second, because usually the Magician in the reverse is someone who they're a little bit disconnected right now, and they're not entirely sure how to affect this change in their lives. I think that this may be the week where you have to kind of surrender to a plan that you're kind of unaware of. With this Moon card that comes out in the reverse, it's kind of this energy of secrets coming out. This combination of Magician and Moon, both in the reverse, it's not my favorite, which is why I'm saying I kind of want to slide this over and separate these out, because you got such good, healthy vibes over here. I just don't want it tarnished with these. I feel like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me just get like 1 or 2 more out with this Marchetti deck, and then I'll switch it up and we'll use that Chicoli deck. Oh, okay, that's what it is. This is what I was gonna say. It feels like, and I feel like I'm parroting this, I've parroted this a few times this week. I have the Magician in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. There could have been a relationship or a situation in the past where you have someone who was being deceptive and not telling the truth in a situation. And the card that just flipped out is the 3 of Cups in the reverse, which is indicative of a third party situation or an affair. And the reason I was chuckling is because sometimes when cards fly out, and I tried to pick that one up and it skipped across the room and I got to go pick it up and bring it over here. Sometimes it's because somebody doesn't want to talk about it. Somebody doesn't want to tell the truth in a situation or acknowledge the truth in a situation. With this 3 of Cups in the reverse, wow, and I'm seeing all of a sudden all of these masks here. We have masks that are coming off someone who's been exposed in a situation here. And I don't know if these are 2 different Taurus that I'm reading for here, or if, I don't really know what the plural of Taurus is. Is it like Taurians or something? I don't know. If you know, you let me know, right? I bet you don't. All right, anyway. This 3 of Cups in the reverse, though, is definitely someone who has been dishonest in this combination. So I don't know if you're all of a sudden, if you've processed this relationship and you're moving on and kind of being propelled right into an amazing situation, which if you have dealt with this situation, I'm hoping that's for you. Or I could just be reading for different Tauruses. Yeah. Okay. So let's just clarify both of the situations and we'll find out. And you can decide if any of this resonates for you, and if so, which parts. Let's use this Manga Tarot. Let's go back over here and talk about all these happy, good vibes with this Palace of Wands and Ace of Cups energy here, because that combination is very, very attractive. It's very beautiful. This could be you right now. You could be someone who's letting go of a relationship that was is really unhealthy and unsatisfactory, and all of a sudden you're having this amazing glow up where people just are magnetically attracted to you. And you could have a lot of people coming back from your past wanting to open up dialogue with you and invite you into their lives or something, and maybe you had been putting those relationships on hold in lieu of this other one that just wasn't working out so well. Let's look. Oh, we have so much to say all of a sudden. Yeah, so we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. You've been experiencing some kind of a separation with this other person. I have the King of Cups here. I got the Devil card, the Ten of Wands, and that all goes with that Magician here. Okay, so it feels like we're actually barking up the right tree here, where we have someone here who is having to let go of a relationship that was kind of narcissistic, kind of somebody who was a little bit very manipulative here. It feels like something's happened where you've acknowledged just how toxic this was. You said, I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. And it feels like making that choice, making that decision is actually propelling you into this place of just a lot of love and a lot of positivity, okay? With this Devil energy and this Ten of Swords, this is somebody who says, you know, I just couldn't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't allow this person to keep imagining that they're pulling the wool over my eyes in some way. I don't think that this person even knows. I don't even know if they know you know at this point. It feels like you're just making a lot of really healthy choices for you because you're remembering who you are, and all of a sudden you're extremely attractive. Just extremely attractive to everyone around you. All of a sudden you have a lot of love coming towards you with that King of Cups. That's very like unconditional, kind love. People who will have your best interest at heart. I gather that that hasn't always been the case, and I get that. And I don't get a real sense of like jadedness from you or anything like that. I see someone who simply washes their hands of a deceitful situation and says, yes, I see that you have done that, and now I'm going to go do something else. And I have the Five of Swords, which is having to cut this situation out. It goes right in between your happy thoughts and the not so happy thoughts. And this Five of Swords is all about cutting out toxic energies from your life. And this is somebody who says, you know what, if that's who you want to be, that's fine. You go ahead and be that person, but you just go be that person 20 miles on down the road, because I'm done. Because now we have the Four of Wands that comes in for you, which is a great sign. This is that Twin Flame 1111 card. It's a soulmate energy for you, Taurus. This is somebody, this is about marriage. This is about a divine partnership and a divine union. And sometimes we have these karmic partnerships here, and they have to show us things about ourselves. Things like, what are you willing to accept in your life? What do you contribute to this situation? How long are you going to allow yourself to stay in these toxic, kind of devil-tainted relationships or situations? And that's their purpose. They teach you a lot about yourself, and then when you learn those lessons, you are reminded of who you authentically are. And when you're reminded of who you authentically are, and you're vibrating at your own authentic frequency, that's when we have this magnetic attraction that happens and brings in this divine soulmate union for you. All right, Taurus. So whatever it is that you're moving out of, whatever this deceptive kind of feeling was, you're saying no more, and this is changing everything dramatically for you with this Four of Swords in the reverse. This is the energy of somebody who started to process this, and you are very, very grateful to have gotten out of this situation when you could. And now it feels like we have this light bulb moment, this wake up call, and definitely some kind of a glow up. Everybody else can see it, and you are starting to see it too within yourself. This is a good week for you. I like it. All right, Taurus, that was your reading. I will see you guys next week. Thank you all so much for letting me read for you, and I really appreciate you all for lending me your energy here so that I can read for you, and I will see you all next week. Much love.